I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Why is Sean Diddy Combs, one of the biggest names in music, facing life in prison? This hip-hop mogul with fame and fortunes found himself entangled in a shocking legal scandal. Stay tuned as we unravel the jaw-dropping details behind his potential life sentence. The legal web surrounding Sean Diddy Combs isn't just about a single incident, but a series of accusations and allegations that span more than a decade. It all started to unravel in 2023, when his former girlfriend Cassie Ventura filed a civil lawsuit against him. Cassie alleged that Diddy subjected her to years of emotional and physical abuse, which has led to severe consequences. While abuse allegations in celebrity relationships are unfortunately not uncommon, what made this case stand out was the sheer gravity of the claims. Cassie went further, accusing Diddy of coercing her into drug use, forcing her into violent situations, and even orchestrating sexual assaults. The lawsuit, settled just days after it was filed, may have seemed like the end of the matter to some, but in reality it was only the beginning. Cassie's revelations triggered something much larger, a federal investigation that had already been quietly building behind the scenes. What the public didn't know at the time was that law enforcement had been gathering evidence against Diddy for years, and Cassie's lawsuit was merely the tip of the iceberg. What followed was a series of shocking revelations that painted a far more sinister picture of the music mogul's life. The accusations against Diddy were no longer just about personal misconduct, they extended into the realm of organised crime, with allegations of sex trafficking, forced labour, arson, and even obstruction of justice. But how could someone with so much fame, wealth and influence find himself in such a dire situation? Diddy's arrest in September 2024 sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. He was apprehended during a dramatic raid by Homeland Security agents at a hotel in Manhattan. This wasn't just a routine arrest. Diddy was charged under the RICO Act, a law most commonly associated with the takedown of organised crime rings. For a man who was once synonymous with luxury, success and power, this marked an incredible fall from grace. The charges were as far-reaching as they were devastating. Federal prosecutors unveiled a series of accusations that linked Diddy to crimes such as sex trafficking, kidnapping and even bribery. These weren't just isolated incidents, but part of a coordinated effort to protect his reputation and satisfy his own twisted desires. What makes this case particularly chilling is the claim that Diddy wasn't operating in isolation. Prosecutors allege that he used his powerful business empire, including companies like Bad Boy Entertainment and Combs Enterprises, to further his criminal activities. These businesses, once symbols of his success in the worlds of music, fashion and media, are now being accused of playing a key role in facilitating and covering up serious crimes. Allegedly, Diddy used his corporate connections and influence to carry out a wide range of illegal acts, from coercion and manipulation to sex trafficking and other disturbing offences. What was once a celebrated empire is now entangled in accusations of systemic abuse, with numerous employees and associates allegedly involved in protecting Diddy's illicit actions and keeping them hidden from public scrutiny for years. The indictment even claims that Diddy had a network of employees, from personal assistants to security guards, who helped him carry out and conceal these acts. These people weren't just passive participants, but were allegedly involved in a criminal enterprise designed to protect Diddy at all costs. It was a world of manipulation and control where Diddy reportedly used his power and influence to coerce women into participating in his freak-offs, the term prosecutors used to describe the elaborate sex parties that he allegedly orchestrated. So what exactly were these freak-offs? According to the federal indictment, these weren't just any parties, they were elaborate and highly orchestrated events that took place over days, involving multiple women, who were often given drugs to lower their inhibitions or incapacitate them entirely. Diddy allegedly recorded these events, using the footage to blackmail his victims into silence. Federal agents found chilling evidence during their investigation, including video recordings and thousands of bottles of baby oil and other materials used during these horrifying gatherings. These parties weren't just a one-off incident, they were allegedly a regular part of Diddy's life, hidden behind the glamorous facade of his public persona. And yet the story doesn't end there. In addition to the allegations of sex trafficking and abuse, the federal indictment also links Diddy to acts of extreme violence. One of the most shocking revelations was that Diddy was allegedly involved in a car bombing. For years, rumours circulated that Diddy had something to do with the bombing of rapper Kid Cudi's car. These rumours were finally confirmed when the indictment detailed how Diddy allegedly orchestrated the bombing as an act of intimidation. Kid Cudi's crime? He reportedly had a romantic relationship with Cassie, which angered Diddy to the point of planning an act of arson to send a clear message. As the trial nears, the case against Diddy looks almost insurmountable. Prosecutors haven't only gathered physical evidence, but have also assembled a strong team of witnesses ready to testify against him. These witnesses include people from Diddy's inner circle, former employees and victims, who claim they were directly impacted by his criminal behaviour. More than 300 grand jury subpoenas have been issued, and the evidence continues to pile up. Among the most compelling pieces of evidence are video recordings and financial records that link Diddy to these illegal activities. With the charges stacking up, Diddy's defense team's been scrambling to keep him out of jail before the trial even begins. They offered a staggering $50 million bail package, which included the deed to his Miami mansion and other properties. But the judge denied the request, citing the severity of the charges and the risk that Diddy could interfere with witnesses or flee the country. This raises an important question. Why is this case drawing so much media attention? It's not just because Diddy's a celebrity. The public has a fascination with the downfall of powerful figures, especially when they seem to operate above the law. Diddy's always portrayed himself as larger than life, a self-made man who climbed to the top of the entertainment industry. But with these revelations, that image has been shattered. Now, instead of being the king of hip-hop, he's portrayed as a criminal mastermind who used his power and influence for sinister purposes. It's a classic case of the mighty falling, and people are drawn to stories like this because they show that no one's truly untouchable. But how did Diddy get to this point? What led him down this dark path? While it's impossible to pinpoint a single event, there were certainly warning signs throughout his career. Diddy has long been known for his aggressive business tactics and a persona that some described as volatile. However, those qualities have spilled over into something far more dangerous in his personal life. The power wielded in his career seemingly became a tool for manipulation and control in his private affairs. Many people in his circle have turned a blind eye to his behaviour, either out of fear or because they were benefiting from his success. Now the legal consequences of Diddy's actions are finally catching up with him. The charges he's facing are severe, and the legal precedents in similar cases suggest that Diddy could be looking at a long prison sentence if convicted. The RICO charges alone carry a minimum sentence of 15 years. And when you add in the sex trafficking, kidnapping and other charges, it's clear that life in prison is a very real possibility for the former music mogul. As the trial draws closer, the air is thick with uncertainty and several critical questions remain unanswered. One key focus will be whether Diddy's defense team can effectively challenge the prosecution's case. Given the mountain of evidence reportedly against him, it seems like a monumental task, but high-profile defense teams are known for finding loopholes. Another potential strategy could involve Diddy striking a deal potentially implicating other powerful figures involved in similar criminal activities to negotiate a lighter sentence. Regardless of the legal outcome, one thing is clear: Diddy's legacy is already severely tarnished. Even if he manages to avoid prison time, the damage to his reputation may be beyond repair. The accusations alone have shaken public perception, and it's hard to imagine him reclaiming his former status in the entertainment industry after this scandal. The world will be watching as this case unfolds, and it's clear that the final outcome could have far-reaching implications, not just for Diddy, but for the entire entertainment industry. The case may expose even more dark secrets, and could lead to further investigations into other high-profile figures. No matter the outcome, one thing's certain: Diddy's trial will be one of the most closely watched legal battles in recent memory, and it will forever change the way the world sees one of the most influential figures in pop culture. If you want to stay updated on the latest developments in this shocking case, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any further updates. The story's still unfolding and there's bound to be more twists and turns along the way. Let's see how it all plays out.